Hey, happy Monday morning, everybody. I hope you had an awesome weekend. I am out running errands this morning. I am on my way to go get an oil change. I'm overdue actually on that by about one day, but really not a lot of places are open on Sunday, and I was busy anyway. So I wanted to talk about price controls. Now, I'll let you make up your own mind on whether they're good or bad. I have my definite opinions that they are not good. But let me give you one frequent example that kind of happens during major calamities. So, like during an earthquake or maybe like a major fire or flooding. I think it even happened, during the Hurricane Katrina many years ago. In any case, you'll get the idea. So what happens invariably is that during one of these major calamities, the price of things goes up. So, for example, maybe like water, the price of water, like the retailers will want to jack it up. You could maybe get a bottle of water for like $1.50 or something, right? Normally. And next thing you know, a bottle of water costs like $5, $6, $7. And then what happens invariably is elected officials say, "Oh, they're taking advantage. They're taking advantage of the people that need this water." And in some instances, what happens is some of them attempt to place laws or orders into effect that prevent retailers or merchants or whoever from overcharging for this bottle of water or whatever it might be, right? You see this quite often. Well, okay, let's play these scenarios out, right? So option one, the price control goes into effect. So now these merchants or retailers are prevented from overcharging even for this bottle of water. Well, okay, so the price of water now goes back down to $1.50, but there's now a complete and total shortage of water because everybody bought it up, but there's no real incentive for anybody else to import water because they can make just as much profit in area A or B as they could in the fire damaged area or whatever. So now you have a complete and total shortage of water. Now, if they had not done that, if they had allowed the price of water to be whatever people are willing to pay, even if that is $5 per bottle, well, now there's a huge profit incentive, and people will see, or these water manufacturers, right? The bottle manufacturers, they're like, "Oh man, we can make a lot of money." Well, okay, so you might initially think, well, that's bad. These evil companies, they're taking advantage. But you and I both know that the more of something there is, the less it costs. Do you remember back the video I made about a month ago, maybe even, talking about why a blade of grass would make a really bad currency? Because there's just too much grass on this planet to be useful as a currency. Well, likewise, if a ton of water starts flooding the market in this damaged area, the price of water is not going to stay at $5 because now there's price competition. So inevitably what would happen is that now the damaged area is completely and totally saturated, no pun intended, with water. And the price of water now comes back down to a much lower level, maybe slightly still above the $1.50, but now everybody has water and there is no shortage. So it really goes to the issue of, I think there's two issues actually. One is that it's patently clear that we, as the populace of this country, or any country, many of us just simply don't understand economics. It's unfortunate, but they don't teach it. It's like we don't care to learn. It's boring, whatever. But in any case, the other aspect is we have misguided elected officials who do far more harm than good in most instances. And this goes for both parties. Now, that's as far as I'm going to take the political rant. But in any case, it's just so infuriating at times when perceived do-gooders end up causing more harm, and they think they're doing good. Maybe they just misunderstand. Maybe they are truly trying to cause strife in this world. I don't know. But stop and think about this scenario in your head. You have a shortage of a product in a flood-damaged area or fire-damaged or earthquake or whatever, even a potential war zone or conflict zone, and you think you're going to fix the shortage by putting price controls on items. It just does not work, period. Just remember that the more of something there is, the less its value. That goes for money, goes for anything. Why do you think they can no longer charge for calculator apps? Because it's such an easy app commodity to make. There's no justification in charging any money for a calculator app on your phone. So just remember, the more of a product there is, the less its value or cost should be and will be in all practice. So anyway, I don't really mean this to be a rant. If anything, it's meant to help educate and enlighten. I do believe that money is an important tool in this world. It's an unnecessary evil, perhaps. I don't know. When somebody finally comes up with a better medium of exchange. But in any case, just remember, more is better when it comes to goods, because it helps keep the price low. And with that, I am on my way actually to the post office right now, and then I've got to head over to FedEx, and then finally I am heading over to the dealership to get my oil changed. And I hope you all had an awesome weekend, and please comment, please like, please do me the honor of subscribing. And I will probably be putting out a couple short videos today, so please keep an eye out for those. And I will see you soon. Everybody, bye-bye.